Pokejedservo Productions presents Takahashi Trifecta.
I just like to go out on a Sunday. Sky is blue, sun is bright. It's a good day. Not gonna say it, can't make me say it. No way, gonna let you have your way. Even though I don't want you to hate me, when you say it's okay and the right thing, the love don't face me. But that's crazy. It's something that I gotta work on. You know, here's how it goes. You and me, we meet on the street, and then I say, out of my way. I don't know how you can confuse me so, but hey, maybe today with the waves so blue, I can picture you with you. Who knows? Maybe I'll say the word love. Wanna kiss you now, hold you now. This is love without, even if it's just in my dreams. Wanna hold me now, real time now. Let me show you how. So anyway, I love you. Come on, kiss me now. Don't touch now. It's just us for now. Even now, don't lie. I want you. Gonna hold you now, over now. It don't matter how. Don't you see? It's just me. I need you. Come on, hold me now. Don't touch now. Let me show you how. Find yourself anyway. I love you.
Takahashi Trifecta, Episode 1. New manager, new neighbors. Maison Ikkoku would never be the same again.
Hi there, my name is Yusaku, but people generally call me by my last name, Godai. I'm known as a ronin. No, sadly, I'm not a lone samurai, but I am a guy who couldn't pass his college entrance exams the first time around, so I have to study for a year until I can take them again. Fortunately, about a year ago, I got a laptop from my parents and my grandma. Sure, it's not exactly state-of-the-art, but it's good enough for me. I've been trying to study until I can pass my college entrance exams because, well, I live in Japan, and you know what they say about Japan's educational system. The only way anyone is ever going to get a good job and a good life in Japan is to get through college. I live at an old apartment called Maison Ikkoku because, well, I'm a guy who failed my first college entrance exam and I'm trying really hard to study so I won't fail it again. You can only imagine how much money I have. Anyways, you would think that a stormy night like this would be a perfect night for me to study. But, unfortunately, let's just say I have a pretty good idea why this place doesn't have a good reputation.
Hello there, young Godai. What a marvelous night for a drink or two. Or several.
Hey, don't mind us, dude. Just go back to what you were doing. Hey, Gargan, could you please bring us another person here? Hey, say Godai, since you are still on your laptop, could you play us some music? I mean, what's a party without some music?
Oh, that sounds like a smashing idea.
Yeah, too bad we don't have a disco ball here. That would really liven things up.
What is wrong with you people? I'm trying to study for a big test and you won't leave me alone! Oh, why are you three doing this to me?
Sheesh, what a crybaby. I know. I mean, here we are, having the time of our lives. And he is practically acting like we're trying to torture him.
Because, in a way, you three are torturing me. So why do you guys want to party in my room so much?
Young Godai, it's quite simple, really. I mean, there are certain factors to consider, such as the fact that Mr. Onsen and Miss Ichinose's family are asleep downstairs.
Don't get me wrong, I'm glad you guys aren't pestering Mr. Onsen, but still, why do you three pester me so much?
Well, if you would let me finish, I would tell you. You see, Godai, you are the only other person here who is still awake at this hour. And since your room is upstairs, that's why we party up here at night. I mean, yes, we could party downstairs, but that would be rude.
Rude, huh? Oh, yes. It's nice to see that you three would never want to be rude. Thanks for trying to be so considerate.
You're welcome.
Besides, even if you were never here, you would still be the neurotic, overstressed mess that you are.
And what is that supposed to mean?
She means that these all-night cramming sessions are not any good for you, kid. After all, sleep deprivation never did anyone any good.
Yeah, and why should I get health advice from a heavy-drinking chain smoker?
Oh, please. That's beside the point, and you know it.
So, let me get this straight. If I go to sleep for the night, you three will leave me alone? Okay, then I might as well turn in for the night. Besides, I admit I really am getting sleepy.
Well, alright then. Good night, you guys.
Good night.
Good night.
Meanwhile, in the next morning,
Let me go, Yotsuya! Let me go!
Now, Godai, you really must reconsider. I mean, why would you ever want to leave our happy home?
Why would I want to stay in this so-called happy home? I'm leaving, and that is fine. No! Ow.
Jeez. For crying out loud, what's with all the commotion out here?
hey, you two, what's going on here?
Impeccable timing, Mr. Onsen, so are you here to assist me?
Why would you want my assistance?
Why, it's quite simple, my good man. It appears that our young associate Godai is trying to leave our humble home.
Again? This is the third time this month.
Yeah, well, maybe if I wasn't bothered by most of my neighbors so much, then maybe I wouldn't be having such a problem here.
Yeah, let me guess. You are gonna blame us next time you fail one of your tests.
Yes, Godai, don't blame your problems on us.
After all, Godai, ever heard of a little something known as night school? Besides, where are you gonna live if you're not gonna be here anymore?
Yeah, well, I will try to figure something out here, so you guys won't have poor young Yusaku Godai to kick around. Ah!
Mr. Yotsuya, what are you doing?
Isn't it obvious? It appears that our poor young friend Godai has snapped. And while Godai may normally be a frail little man, one should never underestimate the insane.
I don't think that would be necessary, Mr. Yotsuya. You can let go of him now.
If you say so.
Thank you, Mr. Onsen.
Don't mention it, kid.
Hey, what's going on downstairs? Can a girl get some sleep?
Look at you! You're practically almost nude! I mean, for crying out loud, at least put a bra on!
Since when did you become such a prude? Besides, you didn't mind my attire before.
She's got you there, kid.
Besides, at least most of the older men here still don't mind. Isn't that right, fellas?
Meanwhile, as this was going on, a beautiful young woman with long blue hair was driving a truck nearby with a large white dog. While she was nearby to Maison Ikkoku, she approached a short middle-aged man by the name of Toshizo for directions. Hello there! What's a pretty old woman like you doing in a place like this?
Hello there. My name is Kyoko Otonashi. I'll be moving in this neighborhood today.
Ooh, that sounds nice. Say, where exactly are you going then?
Maison Ikkoku.
Ah, Maison Ikkoku. That's nice. Wah!
Is something wrong?
Hey guys, we got a live one here! This pretty young lady here says she's gonna move in at the Maison Ikkoku.
You gotta be kidding me. That rundown dump? What I mean is, please, lady, are you sure you want to go there? I mean, that place has, let's just say, a horrible reputation. You have your whole life ahead of you. Shouldn't you try finding somewhere else to live?
Well, no. No, I won't try to find somewhere else to live. I am going to move in at the Maison Ikkoku, and let's just say I have my reasons why I am going there.
Sorry we asked. Meanwhile, back at the Maison Ikkoku, Godai is at the front door with his bag packed and is ready to go.
Well, this is it. I'm finally out of here. Starting right...
Hello there. My name is Kyoko Otonashi.
Hi.
Hello. Is this the Maison Ikkoku?
It sure is, sister.
Yeah.
Oh, yes. I'm going to be the new manager of the Maison Ikkoku.
New manager?
Manager?
Yes.
But what happened to the old guy that was the manager here?
He resigned, and I was recently hired to be his replacement.
I suppose it does make sense. I mean, that old guy didn't really do much for this place.
Well, I suppose it's only natural for this to happen. One young soul is about to depart from our happy home, another young soul takes his place.
And who said I was gonna leave?
You did, stupid.
You changed your mind that quickly, huh?
Well, it's like you said to me earlier today, that I wouldn't know where else I could go to that I could afford.
Really? And I suppose that sudden surge of hormones that you're feeling have nothing to do with this, huh?
Don't mind the old gal here. She can be quite the kidder.
Well, I will be moving my things in the manager's room nearby. If anyone needs me, I will be checking this place out to see what I'll be doing first as manager of this fine home.
Say, Miss Otonashi, would you like some...
Ah, yes, that sounds like a wonderful idea.
After all, we would be more than happy to help our new manager.
Thank you, gentlemen, but that won't be necessary. Well, I must be off to do some work.
Goodbye, manager!
You three can get up now. So pathetic.
Oh my, is that a little bit of envy I detect, Akemi?
Don't flatter yourself.
A short while later, as Godai and Mr. Onsen were downstairs, as the ladies were outside. Hey there, Godai.
Oh, hello there, Mr. Onsen.
Say, Godai, I'm a little curious over why did you decide to stay at the Maison Ikkoku? I'm not complaining, it's just that you seem awfully determined to leave this time.
Well, it's like you once said to me when we first had our conversation shortly after I moved here. You once told me that you've tried to deal with crazy people for many years, and for a while one could get used to it.
True. After all the years I spent being a high school teacher, I've dealt with unruly behavior since you were in diapers. Not to mention I've been in places like this throughout my whole life.
Really?
Indeed. Though something tells me that our new manager, that rather lovely young woman by the name of Kyoko Otonashi, has something to do with that decision. Am I right? Come on, Godai, you can tell me.
Oh, come on. You too, Mr. Onsen. It's bad enough that Mrs. Ichinose would try to imply such a thing.
Oh, come now, Godai. There's nothing to be ashamed of that. I mean, it's nice to see a nice, gentle young woman who's quite a vision of loveliness. Am I right?
Yeah, I mean, yes. I suppose I've noticed.
I take it you have also noticed on how unlike Yotsuya and I, you might actually have an advantage, since you actually seem to be around the same age as the manager.
You think so?
Well, it's certainly a possibility.
Thank you. Oh, and speaking of the manager, I was cleaning my room just a little while ago, just in case the manager decides to check my room out. I even covered up that hole in the wall that Yotsuya made in my room. I'd like to see him get through the boards I used to cover up that hole.
Godai, I don't think that's such a good idea.
Oh? Why do you say that?
Then they hear a loud crushing noise that was coming from Godai's room upstairs. And when Godai and Mark Onsen went upstairs, and after Godai opened the door to his room, they noticed that Yotsuya was there. Apparently Yotsuya did get through the boards that Godai tried to place on the hole with a battering ram. That's why.
Oh, what did I do to deserve this? What did I do to deserve this?
Greetings, Godai. Good afternoon, Mr. Onsen.
Good afternoon, Yotsuya. I think you still have your own battering ram, huh?
Indeed I do. It can be quite useful in making an entrance. Don't you agree, Godai?
Yeah, and it's apparently useful in wrecking up my room as well! It's bad enough you wrecked my attempt at covering up that hole, but now you made it even bigger!
No, I did not. In fact, my battering ram is no longer there.
Huh? What do you mean? What the... How in the... But, Mr. Onsen, there was a battering ram in here, right? I wasn't seeing things, right?
Just smile and nod, Godai. Just smile and nod. Because quite frankly, that's all what you really can do at this point.
Okay.
Anyways, tell me, Yotsuya, was there any reason why you were here other than to show off that battering ram of yours?
Actually, I was instructed to inform the both of you that there will be a party later on today. Will you two attend?
Well, no thanks. I'll have to be doing some more studying later, thank you very much.
I see. Very well then, Godai. I shall give your regards to the manager.
Hey, wait a minute. What do you mean about the manager?
Oh, well, since today is the arrival of our new manager, it would only be proper if we celebrate her arrival. So I take it you will attend, yes?
You bet I am. I mean, yes, I'll be more than happy to attend.
Splendid. And what about you, Mr. Onsen?
Well, I normally stay out of the parties that you people pull, but in this case, I think I'll make an exception. So yes, I will attend.
Splendid. Well then, the party shall occur later on today. Farewell for now, you two.
Then Yotsuya slithers his way into the hole in the wall. Meanwhile, outside a young boy by the name of Kentaro Ichinose was heading towards the Maison Ikkoku.
Mom, I'm home. Huh? What's this? What is this dog doing in here? Mom! Mom!
Hello there. My name is Kyoko Otonashi. And what is your name, little boy?
Kentaro?
My, you're an adorable little boy. I think my dog likes you.
Thanks, Ms. Otonashi. What I mean is, Ms. Otonashi, I'm not sure if I'm at the right place here. I thought I was at the right apartment.
Oh, and where do you live, Kentaro?
Maison Ikkoku.
Oh, well, in that case, you're in luck, Kentaro, for that is exactly where you are.
Really?
Am I interrupting anything, you two?
Mom, I was having a moment here.
Mom?
Yep, this bratty little half-pint here is my only son, Kentaro Ichinose. Kentaro, this lady here is our new manager, Kyoko Otonashi. So, be on your best behavior here.
Mom, you're embarrassing me again.
So what else is new?
Oh, now, Mrs. Ichinose, I can assure you that your son was being quite the little gentleman with me.
Thank you, manager.
Figures the only time you'd be such a sweet, polite little boy is only if a nice, pretty young lady is involved, huh? Who knew that my only son here would try to be a little lady killer at this age, huh?
Mom!
Oh, pipe down, Kentaro, and get inside. Besides, you'll need to get yourself ready for the party we're gonna throw our new manager here. Since today is our new manager's first day here, We're gonna be throwing her a little party for her, you got that?
Okay. Hey, wait a minute. That reminds me. While I was on my way home, I passed a small group of people who wanted to ask me for directions. A pretty young lady with brown hair, who is kind of like our new manager here, was asking me where I could find Maison Ikkoku, so I told her, and it took me a while to do that, so I hurried on back home.
Really? Strange. Then how come they are not here yet?
You didn't screw up in trying to give them directions, did you?
Of course not. I know my way back home.
Hello there!
Huh?
Now a group of 6 people have shown up nearby, namely 2 middle-aged men by the names of Soun Tendo and Genma Saotome, a teenage boy by the name of Ranma Saotome, a young woman by the name of Kasumi Tendo, and 2 teenage girls by the names of Nabiki Tendo and Akane Tendo.
Good afternoon. My name is Soun Tendo, and my family and I are seeing if we can move into one of the rooms here in this fine establishment. May I please speak with the manager of this place?
I am the new manager of the Maison Ikkoku. My name is Kyoko Otonashi. I became the new manager of this place earlier today.
Ah, how splendid. Well, in that case, we shall have the honor of being your latest tenants, then. First of all, I shall introduce you to my daughters. First of all, here is my eldest daughter, Tasumi Tendo.
It's a pleasure to make your acquaintance, Mrs. Otonashi. Oh my, that is a nice broom you have there. I think I have one just like it. But then again, I do so much cleanup at my old house. I guess I would know about these things.
Really? Me too. It's nice to see someone who understands the value in cleaning up your home. Really?
Oh yes, and this is my second eldest daughter, Nabiki Tendo.
Seriously, Dad? We're going to be living in this dump? I know you told me that we couldn't afford to live in our old home anymore, but still, this is the best place you can come up with?
Please excuse my daughter. You know how children can be when they move to different homes. They are not always in their best behavior. Now, Nabiki, don't you have something nicer to say?
No, not really. Why should I?
Because I am your father, and I know it would be for the best for you to behave, and I know other things as well, such as your allowance.
Why, hello there, Miss Otonashi. Good luck in being the new manager of this place. You're gonna need it.
Why, thank you, Nabiki.
Yes. Well, anyways, this is my youngest daughter, Akane Tendo.
Pleased to make your acquaintance, Miss Otonashi.
The pleasure is all mine, Akane, and I love your hairstyle. It reminds me of when I was your age.
Thank you.
Hey there, the name is Genma Saotome. I'm an old pal of Soun Tendo over there, and I too would like a room for my son and I, as this young man here is my son, Ranma Saotome.
Hey there.
So, you got any spare rooms for us?
Oh yes, we have plenty of spare rooms. In fact, Mr. Tendo and Mr. Saotome, would you both see me in the manager's room, and we could talk about which rooms that your families could stay in?
Sounds good. Now listen, you three. While I discuss our living arrangements with the manager, you three can try to introduce yourselves to our new neighbors. And of course, do try to behave.
Yes, Father.
Yeah.
Yeah, Ranma. I'll be talking with the manager of this place about which room we'll be staying in, so do try to behave yourself here.
Oh, please. You're usually one of the reasons why I'm in trouble here, old man.
Don't mind my son here, Miss Otonashi. My boy here can be quite the kidder.
Yeah.
Hello there.
Ah! Where did you come from?
Greetings, my name is Yotsuya, and I am a tenant here at Maison Ikkoku.
Why, hello there. I am
Soun Tendo of the Tendo Dojo of the School of Anything Goes Martial Arts, I presume?
Yes, that would be correct.
And you are Genma Saotome, an old training partner of Mr. Tendo, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah. Have we met, Mr. Yotsuya?
No, but let's just say I've heard about you two before. Well, then it appears that I will need to spend some more time for the preparations for the party of our new arrivals. Preparing for a party with one guest of honor is simple enough, but to do the necessary preparations for a party with 7 guests of honor is a whole different story.
It's okay, Mr. Yotsuya. You don't need to go through so much trouble on our account.
Oh, come on, Soun. Who are we to turn down such nice hospitality here?
Indeed. Why, we'll be having all the beer you can drink.
That sounds great!
That is all fine and good with us, gentlemen, but keep in mind that a good portion of this party's guests of honor are underage.
Very well, then. I suppose some other refreshments will be in order, then. Well, I will be off. See you all later, then.
Goodbye, Mr. Yotsuya. Very well, then. Gentlemen, may you both come with me, please?
A short while later, Godai was busy studying in his room until he heard a knocking on the door.
Who is it?
Hello, I am one of the new tenants here. I just thought I'd come in and say hello. Can I come in?
New tenant? Sure, come on in.
Hello there, my name is Akemi Tendo, and I am one of the new tenants as my family will be living in one of the rooms downstairs.
Well, hello there, Miss Akane Tendo. My name is Yusaku Godai. I take it that you're a high school student, right?
Yup, I am a student at the local high school for Inkan High.
That's nice. I graduated from high school very recently. I've been studying for my college entrance exams. In fact, I was studying before you came in.
Oh, I am sorry. I didn't mean to interrupt you, Mr. Godai. Shall I come back later?
Oh, it's okay, Akane. I don't mind saying hello to a nice little lady like you here. Besides, the day is still young, so I have plenty of time to study today. So it's nice to meet you, Akane Tendo.
Well, that is good to hear, Mr. Godai.
Well, what do we have here?
Your name is Yusaku Godai, right?
Yes.
Well, some of the folks here have already told me about you, namely on how you're a ronin.
Huh? What are you talking about, Nabiki? This skinny, wimping-looking guy doesn't look anything like a samurai.
Well, I mean the more modern definition, namely, someone who couldn't pass his college entrance exams.
Oh, so this guy's one of those kind of pathetic losers, huh?
Hey, I only failed my college entrance exam once.
Once is enough to be a ronin, which, according to Japan's school system, makes you quite the loser. Say, Ranma, what kind of fate do ronins normally have?
Why, it's all sorts of lovely fates, such as you will probably end up never getting a well-paid job, you'll never be able to afford to leave this dump, and you'll probably die young like many other ronins do.
Ding ding ding! That's correct!
Oh, what a sad age we live in. Long ago, the word ronin was originally known as heroic, wandering samurai, whom often have quite the adventurous lives. Nowadays, they are known as some poor dopes that weren't able to get into college and tend to have pathetic lives.
I know. It's a sad sign of the times.
Oh, will you two leave him alone? I am sorry, Mr. Godai, but unfortunately this not-so-sweet little lady here is my second oldest sister here, Nabiki Tendo, and this punk is Ranma Saotome. His father is an old friend of my father, in which Ranma and his father were living with my family for a year before we moved here.
I see. Well, it's nice to see that someone here is willing to respect their elders, unlike you two. After all, children like you two shouldn't talk down to a grown man like me.
You? A man?
Please, there's hardly anything manly about you.
Yeah, well, I'm slightly older than you and slightly taller than you. So there.
Do you really think that matters, Godai? Do you?
No.
Put him down! Oh, Mr. Godai, are you alright? I hope that mean jerk Ranma didn't hurt you too badly.
Thank you, Akane. And I'm okay. I was just a little shaken up.
Hey, what's going on in here?
Excellent timing, Mr. Saotome. I was just introducing myself to Mr. Godai here until these two came in and started to harass him.
Harass him? What for?
Because I'm a ronin and I didn't pass my college entrance exams the first time.
Oh, is that all? Well, that is not a big deal then. I mean, you only failed them once. Doesn't mean you will fail them again.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, plenty of people have passed their college entrance exams after they failed the first time around.
Yeah, and even if you will never pass your exams, then don't worry about it. Why, I never even got into college, and look how well I turned out.
Trust me, he did not turn out well.
Pay no attention to a certain no-good punk son of mine. After all, as you have already noticed, he tends to have a lack of respect for his elders.
What's going on in here?
Oh, yes. Speaking of school, one of the teachers from the school you kids go to is also a tenant here. You are Mr. Onsen, right?
Right.
Good afternoon, Mr. Onsen.
Good afternoon, Akane. Good afternoon, you juvenile delinquent.
Hey there, you fat old windbag.
Fat old windbag?
Oh, I could come up with some better names, but there are more delicate ears present.
Gee, I wonder who you are referring to. Anyways, Mr. Onsen, before you and Mr. Saotome arrived, I was busy defending poor Mr. Godai here from these two harassing him. Just because he happens to be a Ronin.
As well as you should, Akane. Now, Godai, don't mind that ill-tempered sociopath punk over there too much. His attitude is his way of compensating for how, with his grades, he would be lucky if he could pass high school.
Good one, Mr. Onsen. Though remember me? When I was in your class, I've made a few of my business deals with you. Remember?
Yes, I remember you, Nabiki Tendo. I remember some of your business deals a little too well. Anyways, alright people, we have made enough commotion in here. After all, I'm sure Godai was studying before you all came in here, so let's just leave him be for now, alright? Akane and Genma nodded in agreement, and they got Nabiki and Ranma respectively out of there. A short while later, as Godai was studying in his room, Ranma was busy training outside, as he was being approached by Kentaro.